Well, as a part of my project, Constituent Guidelines for Effective Constitutional Government, am trying to use the various social media that we have at our fingertips to elevate the discussion of conservative constitutional principles. And in fact, I've created a 2-minute YouTube clip called My 2-Minute Warning, and that has to do with asking Governor Snyder and his administration to cease and desist from moving this plan forward until we, the people of the state of Michigan, have an opportunity to vet these people and find out what their intentions are coming here to America. And I don't understand why someone else hasn't done anything like this. Now, Dick, now that you have been made aware of this problem that we have, and the 912 Project has been made aware, are there any plans in place for future efforts to bring this further to light and to expose and stop this plan from happening?
Well, actually, that's really a kind of a ground floor activity, and I would encourage people who are interested in it to start by going to Ann Cochran's Refugee Resettlement Watch, Google it, find out about it. We're trying to establish, and we're just getting started, and this program is very helpful, a Michigan version of the Refugee Resettlement Watch, where we would have individual people who ask questions of their town, of their mayor, of these agencies. But to answer your question is, I think if the people contact, if they work there right now through Ann's website, we can find each other in Michigan and do something about it. I do want to share with you briefly how secret this is. So Southfield is getting unaccompanied minor children, refugees. Last year they were called unaccompanied minor children. This year they've been relabeled by the Obama administration as refugees so that they can be more processed under that plan and get more benefits. It was announced that $2.2 million is coming into the Southfield area, but nobody from Lansing, we have a center for a refugee coordinator in Lansing, a government employee. He will not tell me how many people are coming and from where. The Lutheran Services in Southfield will not tell an individual citizen how many people are coming into Oakland County and from where. They refuse to answer the question. In fact, they allude to the fact that they are not required to tell the individual person anything. But to answer the question it is a serious problem. Anybody who's interested in this certainly could contact Southeast Michigan 912 Tea Party, as well as go through Ann's website. And we're basically just trying to put together individual people, individual soccer moms and soccer dads who are concerned about this to ask our legislators to get involved and learn about it and try to at least understand what the plan is. What is the plan for these people to come to Michigan? Keep in mind why this is dangerous for Michigan. Even if people come into another state, after they get resettled, they look around the country for magnets, for places where they might want to live better than, for example, if they're placed in Iowa or Idaho or Ohio, they may certainly still come in a secondary process into the state of Michigan because we have such a large population. One last thing I want to mention on this whole notion of security. There's something called the watch list, where individuals are on a watch list for terrorists. By the way, CARE is active in Michigan. CARE is not on the list as an organization, even though it's identified in the Middle East by Saudi Arabia as a terrorist organization. But individuals are on a watch list. Guess what city in the country is number 2 on the watch list for individual people that the FBI is watching for terror? Well, number 1 is New York City. They have 8 million people.
What is
the number 2 has 96,000 people, and it's number 2 in the country, and of course that's Dearborn. So we have an issue where we are a magnet already for people who are where FBI is concerned about terrorism, and yet we're moving more and more of these people. Again, it's the Sharia component that's the problem. Sharia-compliant people who believe in jihad into America, into Michigan, that's the problem.
Yes, indeed, Dick, that is a major problem, and I really want to thank you for bringing this to light, to our attention, and we're going to have to do some more studying on this and have you back. And Phil, did you have another question for Dick?
Just the Homeland Security is teaming with CARE members and even satellite groups that are satellite to the Muslim Brotherhood. The one guy that comes to mind is this guy named Elibieri that said America has the most Sharia-compliant constitution of all of the democracies in the world. Now, with that kind of insider, with our own Homeland Security group, we are in serious trouble, and we need
Hey, Phil,
these questions need to be answered.
You are on fire this morning. That's a great point. Let me tell you, that's how I got into this, by the way, just pursuing that particular gentleman. I got an assignment to study Mohammed Albieri, and actually there's a website called theamericanreport.org, which has exactly has his story as well as a whole bunch of information about the betrayal papers, which talks about the Muslim Brotherhood, the incredible infiltration of the American administration in Washington, D.C. by the Muslim Brotherhood, which includes CARE. The Department of Homeland Security has people like Albieri on their task force advising Homeland Security, and yet these people are members of the Muslim Brotherhood. So the AmericanReport.org's got an entire set of papers on that are very, very important. By the way, the funny thing is that Albieri has a Twitter account. The name on the Twitter account is Texas Muslim Republican. He is a member of the Republican Party of Texas.
Yes.
This is, again, infiltration. That's what Sharia pushes, is migration and infiltration in the Muslim Brotherhood. This gentleman is a Republican in Texas. He tweets about the 20 people running for the Republican candidacy in one tweet. In the next tweet, he talks about, Islamophobia, which is another buzzword for CARE and for the Muslim Brotherhood. And in the next tweet, he talks about why we should be bringing more and more Muslims into America.
Yes.
And so you're right on top of things, Phil.
Yeah, they paralyze us with political correctness, and then they undermine us through these programs like this resettlement plan. It's insidious. Dick, again, I want to thank you so much for joining us this morning, and I hope that you'll be available to keep us updated on this very important issue. God bless you, and have a wonderful Memorial Day weekend.
Thanks for joining us, Dick.
Thanks a lot for your program. You guys are shedding the light. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, Dick. It's interesting because at the same time, our president, our illustrious President Barack Hussein Obama, made remarks to the Coast Guard this past week.
Boy,
and he says, the Coast Guard may be the smallest of our services, but I have to say you also may be the loudest, and everybody kind of laughs. And whenever I visit military bases, there are always lots of soldiers and sailors and airmen and Marines. They make a lot of noise. Yeah, my son told me that when President Obama visited Camp Pendleton while he was in the active Marines, the Marines booed him. And of course they had to be stopped by their superiors, and they were forced to clap. They were forced to clap. That's the kind of president we have. That's truth to power.
And then with Chris Kyle's, the
American
fallen
sniper.
Yeah, the fallen sniper.
Yeah.
His wife said that she has yet to have any kind of contact from Obama after her husband was killed. But yet and still, when the deserter with his family was brought into the White House in the Rose Garden,
Right.
Yeah, and yet she still has yet to hear a phone call even from
Real
the
quick,
House.
Phil, you wanted to give us some information about an event that's going on this weekend, because we're getting close to the end of the show.
There is a lady in this, there's history right here in Inkster, Michigan.
Yes.
A lady by the name of Geraldine Talley. She's celebrating her 116th birthday. That is, to me, amazing. I went on the internet and looked up how many people, because I'm thinking this must be the last lady from the 18th century.
Yes.
Yeah.
To be living, but there actually is about 5 more people that were born in 1899 that are still living. But think of all of the billions and billions of people that were on the planet in 1899 when these people were born, and Miss Talley is the oldest of them all. This is incredible. So she will be celebrating her birthday at the Gracie C. Pastoria at 26734 Michigan Avenue in Inkster. And again, let me repeat that because I'm going to be there myself, and I'm going to take a friend of mine. This Miss Tally says she likes to fish, and I'm going to take Phil over there and let her show her some of the fish that he's caught over the coming years.
Okay.
He's got muskie. He's a big muskie fisherman.
Oh, really?
And I'm sure she'll be very happy to see this this lineup of pictures that he has of big muskie. But anyway, I'm going to be there, and I know you'll all join me in saying happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Happy birthday. And again, we want to say thank you to all of the men and women who have given their lives or given their time, given their energy. We support you so much, you military people. We just love you so much. And, I want to end by saying the best definition of luck that I've ever heard is luck is when preparedness meets opportunity. And I want to wish the audience and hope that the audience all gets lucky this weekend.
Also, I want to just say that it was a pleasure again to be with Mayor Daniels and in the company of all our Jewish friends at the Jewish and all Americans at the Jewish Walk for Israel. All right, thank you.
Thank you so much. We'll talk to you next weekend.
The Abolitionist Roundtable invites the Wham! Talk 1600 listeners to continue the roundtable discussions by mailing correspondence to Art of Michigan, Post Office Box 135, Garden City, Michigan 48135.
Or follow Phil and Del at artofmichigan.com. You can also send emails to artofmichigan@hotmail.com. And most of all, continue to listen every Saturday and tell a friend.